Hi everyone, Live with Lisa here, day 235 of my 365-day voyage. And today I wanted to talk a little about something I saw last night. I got up, as usual, I'm up first thing in the morning. Hey Kristen, it's great to see you. And I watched this guy's live, and he was talking about, hey Amy, it's good to see you. He was talking, hey Heather, it's great to have you on. This gentleman was talking about anxiety. And what do you do with anxiety? Hey Charlie, and how does it affect you? So it's all Charlie's fault, because I saw, he posted, he sent me the link for this, this gentleman. And I thought it was really interesting. I was watching it and I was very fascinated by it, because the whole idea of anxiety and what makes us anxious and how do we deal with anxiety, because different things trigger different people. So right now I'm feeling anxious about getting everything ready with my businesses and getting everything, like, I want it all in a neat package before I go off back to work. And that's just my OCD. That I know that's ridiculous. There's no way I can have a neat package for my business and everything's all going to be all perfectly organized, and I just have to come home and look at my emails and then send out stuff. This is not going to happen. That's not even in the realm of real possibilities. That's not a reality. But that's in my mind. That's what I'm dealing with. I'm really like driven to get things done. It doesn't make for living with me very easy because I am like just on fire to get every single thing done. But I'm really focused, and I get easily irritable, and don't talk to me and just leave me alone. So I know you would never believe that about me, but that's the truth. So, I just wonder what you guys do with anxiety. What makes you anxious? What sets those triggers off? For me, it's usually time, like a deadline. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. And, or he tries to rescue me, which is never a good thing either. But, I just wonder what sets you off. For me, it's running out of time. And it's hard for me to deal with that, because everything, I want it all packaged. I want it all together, and I want it all now, and I want it done. Hey, Peg. And I'm really like focused about it, to the point that, it really isn't worth talking to me or even messing with me. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like, it's like I'm on like super, super strength, but it's pretty unreal. And it's frustrating, I'm sure, for my family to see me go through this. But I'm glad I have next week, which is a quiet week. I don't have to go into work, and I'm not. And then we're going off to Long Island, and so G will make me relax a little bit. Or we'll work together, and she'll help me with it. So that will be perfect, because I'm really looking forward to brainstorming with her, because I've got all these ideas and nothing, it's like I just don't know what to do with it all. And I need that creative outlet. And so for me, that's how I deal with things. I just work. But I'm never, it's never enough. It doesn't really matter. I could work nonstop and I would still be working. and people are like, you have to go to sleep now. And I'm just not really sleeping, because all I want to do is get this done. But it is what it is, and I know it, and I have to work through it, and I need to deal with it. But I just wonder what stresses you guys out. The kids kind of back off, and yeah, the kids kind of they just kind of leave me alone. They do. They know. They're like, mom's in a zone, just leave her alone. But it's frustrating for them too, because like, dinner doesn't get done, nothing happens. I am just focused on the computer. And I know it looks like I'm playing, but I'm really not. I mean, I'm really working pretty hard. But I wanted to get this YouTube channel up and running. So it's not just the business. It's like I had this YouTube channel thing I had to get done. That I have all these like checklists in my head of what has to be done in the summer, and I'm running out of time. And so now I'm on like crazy mode. Hey Jerome, because so today I decided I was gonna get this YouTube channel thing happening. It's still not happening. I got it somewhat set up, and then I had to delete it because it was a mess. So it's not even enough that like I put some demands on myself, then I make them even more, because it's not even enough that I have 3 things that I'm trying to do. No, I need to make like 5 because I don't know. It's like a crazy person. I'm not really sure. And try to make me relax. Good luck on that one. For me, relaxing, this is relaxing. I know, Charlie. I know you are. We kind of feed off each other that way. But yeah, for me, it's not really, like, for me, stress is different. It's not, I don't really feel like stress, like in my heart or anything. For me, it's like almost like it drives me. It's like what keeps me going. It makes me feel more alive. I don't really feel like alive unless I'm doing like 20 things all at once. It's really kind of strange. I think that's really sick. But that's how it is. It is, exactly, Charlie. It's my fuel. It's what it's like everything that makes me feel good about like everything, so it's like exciting, and it's all these wonderful feelings, but at the same time it's not good to be around me because I'm not patient, I'm not anything. It just makes you depressed, like you're not good enough. Yeah, see, for me, it makes me work even like 3 times harder. So, hey, Kathy. But I always wonder, because people are like, when we went to Jamaica too, people are like, oh, just relax, have fun, I'm like, no, I don't know. I just, it's hard for me to really relax. That's a tough one. That makes me depressed. when I'm just sitting, then I'm depressed. Then you know there's something wrong. When I'm working on my computer and I've got my book and my journal out and I'm in my zone, I'm probably the most relaxed that I'll ever be in my life. It's a Polish thing, I think. I don't know, because Charlie, you're Irish and you got the same thing. But it is. It's fuel. It forces me to focus. I get more done. I'm much more productive. But I'm not, hey Gina, I'm not a very fun person right now. As I've got like 5 things at least that need to be done, and they all have to be done right now in my head. Are they going to happen? I know they won't. But that's where I'm moving on. Either cry, yeah, I know. I see, when I'm mad, that's when I cry. When I'm mad, that's when I cry. When I'm really sad, I don't really talk to anybody. I don't really want to be with anybody. I'm just like in a corner somewhere, really quiet. That's when you know things are bad. When I'm quiet, it's bad. So yeah. But no, I just wondered how people handle it. Does anyone else? I mean, are people like that? Like me? I know, Charlie, you're out there. You like that, where work is my relaxation, and really, when I go back to work as a teacher, it will force me to slow down, and that's always kind of hard for me. But it does force me to be more. Have more time management, and so it's almost better when I am at work, because it does force me to have to back off a little bit. But then I just feel like that's when I start feeling really upset, because like then I start feeling the flutters in my stomach and anxious, and I can't really catch my breath because I have all these things that I should be doing. And when I'm home and I'm working, that's when I'm relaxed. And so it's really kind of strange. So it's hard for me to even describe it. But yeah, it is. It's always like I'm always thinking about the next thing. Where's the next thing coming from? What's going to be on? We were talking today about that. I almost booked tickets for Cabo, And Brian said, well, we probably should wait a little bit. Our bank account needs to build a little more before you spend $1,300. But hey, Amy, it's good to see you. But once I would do that, then I'll be starting to think about, okay, so where are we going in the summer? It's like it's always the next thing. There's never a moment where I just say, oh, that's nice. I got that done. This is really exciting. I can just sit here and enjoy it. No, it's never like that for me. No, it's always the next thing. Once I've got one thing done, then I'm ready for the next. I'm jumping to the next. And I'm always like 2 or 3 things ahead. Always. So, like with the business, I've got the business going. I got this pretty much. I've got it on another couple of forums, and I've been working on some other ideas, and I've got a conference that I've got to get planned, and I've got some ideas on travel size containers that I want to take when I go to a conference in Stratford, and I'm already thinking about that. Plus, but then I start thinking, okay, what's the next product that I want to really market? So it's not even like this is the one thing that I'm going to focus on. No, I'm already focused on the travel business, on another business, because I know I need to focus on another one before I can really relax. It'll never happen. So yeah, it is. It's like these are the things that drive me, and these are the things that like push me and force me to just keep doing more. And it's not even really work. It's like, this is my sense of fun. This is relaxation for me. And it's kind of scary, because I think what happens when I reach a point where there's just no more, because there's got to be. You can't just keep going like this forever. Hey, John, how do you deal with that? How do you find a part where you say, enough's enough? And how do you stick to that? Because even when we're on vacation, I'm still thinking about work. I've got my laptop, I'm working. I toned it down, but I'm not. I can't be off the grid. And that can't happen. There's no way. I wouldn't go anywhere that I couldn't be on Wi-Fi someplace, that I wouldn't be able to check in or something. Did you get to that point with your sponsor where enough's enough, I'm done? Yeah, that happens to me with people, but it doesn't happen to me with work. And I worry about that. I do worry about that. I worry about, how do I get to a place, when's enough enough? When do you know enough is enough, that you're and maybe it is that feeling of being good enough, or being, enough. Did you tell her off in Reporter? Good. Because it's hard. It's hard, like, and people want my attention, and I just feel like, don't, I need to do this. I need to get this done. And so it's for me, it's a time crunch partly, but for me too, it's like, this is what I want to focus on. This is the thing I want to do. And this is what I'm really, this is where all my relaxation comes from, is from my work. You're not going to quit the company. Oh, you're going to work your business your own way. It's a good idea. I mean, really, you have to do it your own way, because you really can't do things someone else's way. And that was something I had to learn with multi-level marketing myself, is that I had to do it my own way. And then, even then, I had to realize for me, it just wasn't working at all. The whole multi-level marketing structure wasn't working. And so I needed to be in more control. And so that's why we created our own business and started our own brand, was because that way we were in charge of our own thing. And so that's the main thing for me, is that I wanted to be in control of my destiny. I didn't want to feel like I was being dictated to, like you said, or being told how to do something. I wanted to feel like, I was in control of my life and my business. And so for me, starting my own business was the way to go, because that way it was up to me. But that said, it puts a lot of pressure on you too. uh, but yeah, that's good. That's nice. I mean, it's hard. I know. Good Lord, I know. And it's hard to find sales out there, but and that's where I'm at with right now I'm working on with a brand new company and a brand new brand, and people are like, why would I buy your hair products? and I mean, so you call them only the best. Well, that doesn't really mean anything because they've never been around before. But I think people sometimes like to to help people out, and they want to try new things, and I'm hoping that they want to do something that's gluten free, and all of those things are important to them, and I think they'll hopefully like Brian and I and our story, and they'll launch into it, because ultimately it's not the product you sell yourself, and you have to realize that you're selling yourself. No matter what you think or what you say, people buy from you because of you. Yes, of course. And that's the important thing, is that we help each other out. But yeah, it's it is about you have to create, you have to make yourself appealing, you have to make yourself somebody that they want to trust and belong to. And that was originally the whole reason for my lives, was so that people would get to know me better, and that they would want to buy my products. And it didn't really turn into that. It turned into something much bigger, because eventually I realized that I couldn't really go on talking about just skincare for the rest of my life, because I wanted to talk about other things. Hey Mandy, it's great to see you. And so that was important to me. And now, I've ventured off into something else that's more in keeping with my own philosophies and feelings about it. But I wanted to be in charge of my own destiny. And so ultimately, for me, that anxiety of working in a multi-level structure led me to create my own structure and step outside of it, because that was my way of taking control of it and gaining control over that stress. It's great to see you. Hey Carolyn, it's great to have you on. So I'm just curious, what are some of your stressors? What makes you, yes, friendships do. Friendships are essential, and that helps you get through, all of the stressors and things that cause you anxiety. And being able to talk about them is essential to me anyway. I'm very much of a talker. I know that's not very well put for an English teacher, but I do tend to talk through things. That's how I work through things. When I'm working through things, I talk about it, and it doesn't always make any sense. Hey Sharon, it's kind of rambling sometimes. Yeah, Sharon, yeah, definitely. Right, exactly. So yeah, and I think that helps, like-minded people, you can relate to each other, you function, you may not function exactly the same way, but you understand where each other's coming from, and so it makes it easier to deal with. But yeah, I've always been one of those people that shares too much. My kids are always yelling at me. No, you don't have to tell them everything. They're just the cashier. You majored in English language too. Awesome. So yeah, it's wonderful to get to know yourself and understand your stress points and what fuels you. And for me, anxiety works as a fuel, and it works to drive me, and it pushes me to get to go on. I know, it's great to know another English teacher. We have a lot in common, Mandy. It's so important to, and it's important to understand yourself and realize where you are, because that way you can hopefully explain it to the rest of your family when they're anxious about you, but hopefully they get to know that this is just how you deal with things, and that they just kind of let you go on your own way. It pushes you, and once you've acknowledged it, then it lets you go. See, for me, it's like it's constant. Once I reach one thing, I start up another one. I keep going. I don't know how to just like turn it off. I really can't. It's like it's a curse or something. But it's hard because, like I said earlier, once I get to one thing, when I get one thing accomplished, I'm thinking 2-3 things down the road. I've got 5 things already. Focus, yes. And meditation, my sister says. I need to meditate. From your past, right. Yeah, you do. Your past controls a lot, but you have to, hey Kayla, you have to say, I saw this somewhere. You have to train your mind to breathe. That's beautiful. That is really cool. Awesome. That is awesome. I really like that. That's really a cool thing to say. I'm going to have to really think about that, Mandy, because you're right. I do need to train my mind to breathe so that I can find some space in it. You teach it. Oh, nice. Meditation, yoga, all of that, or just how to let go. Because letting go is not a good thing for me. The mind is a muscle. That's cool. My mind muscle works all the time. It doesn't even stop when I'm sleeping most of the time. It's on all the time, like any other muscle. So, that's kind of interesting. I'm just thinking about that, like if it was my heart and it has to be trained. Okay. All right, Mandy, we need to talk. I need help with this. I need to train. So that's something I could focus on. PTSD issues. Yes, PTSD can cause a lot of problem. It can be trained to turn off. That is a cool idea. I need to learn more about that. So that's one of my wonderful events for today. Training my brain to shut off, to let go. That's awesome. I gotta focus on that. Yeah, because it's gotten to the point where, like I said, I don't like when I get done with something, I can't just say, oh, that's nice, and move on. Everything begins with a thought. Definitely, you are absolutely right. And I believe that completely, because that's how everything has begun with my life. Yeah, you've gone through so much, Kristen. That's definitely going to leave some scars. But as Mandy would say, we both have to train our brains to let them go. So, and that was something that was difficult for me too, is that I had to let things go and not keep them, sometimes you just don't realize it because you've never trained your mind to breathe. Yes, you're exactly right. I know I can. So yeah, I need to figure that out. I need to learn more about that so that I can do that, because that way I can enjoy things. Let go and let God. I know I'm never good at that one. That one is the worst. I need that one for my affirmations so that I can focus on that. But yeah, you let them go with tears. Oh, it's so freeing. It would be good, because it's not normal to just keep jumping from one thing to the next. You have to take time to really enjoy it, because otherwise, what's the whole point? For me, the point is the next. And so, and it's not the next. It's enjoying where I'm at and figuring out how to enjoy that moment right now, because this is an amazing moment that I'm living in right now. And life is wonderful. It's like I always say, I have to pinch myself because it is like a dream. And it does cause the anxiety. Exactly. because you can never get enough. There's just never enough. Oh yeah, definitely. That would definitely cause PTSD. I'm sure it is. And you are right, Mandy. Life is the greatest gift. It is such a joy, and it is so freeing. And how do you treat a gift? You cherish it. You open it. You enjoy it. You breathe. You really focus on it, and you make it the center. So that's what I need to do. I need to make it the center. So yeah, right. No, definitely. That would have been very, very hard to deal with too, Kristen. You've had a lot of losses. Appreciation and love. Totally. So yeah, my focus is going to have to be on that and what I just said. Yes. So yeah, this has been good. This has been a great topic. It's been really good for me. I needed to work on it, and like I said, when he, yes, definitely, love you too. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And after, when I heard it this morning, I was up at 5:30, and I just, it really resonated with me. And he was talking about, things making him namaste, namaskar. And how, we all have our own triggers. And I just thought, and that he was talking about the same thing, that once he starts something, once he gets it done, he's like moving on, and he never can really just relax. And it's not a good place to be, because you always feel like there's something more that I'm supposed to be doing. And I need to know that no, there's not. Sometimes this very moment right now. This is what God wants me to experience. This is what God wants me to go through. This moment is what I'm supposed to be learning. And that's the beauty of it all. So thank you guys for being here. And what happens to your muscles if you don't warm up and cool down afterwards? They just lock up. Yeah, I started thinking of that with my brain. I thought, if I just keep running it, it's gonna have like a stroke. Yeah, big time. So that made some real very vivid imagery for me. Thank you so much, Mandy. I love you. Thank you so much. So guys, thank you for being on. Thank you so much for listening to me and helping me through this. This is what my 365 journey was all about, is working my way through through myself so that I transform at the end. Oh, very cool. Thank you. I'll definitely watch him. So you guys have a blessed evening, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.